They say life is like a box of chocolates, but it's more like a bag of jelly beans. There are all different shapes, sizes, and colors. But here's the thing, just like jelly beans, not all taste the same. Some might be sweet, some sour, some good, some bad. And sometimes you get the really ugly ones that stick to your fingers no matter how hard you try to peel them off. Those are the moments that make you want to throw the whole bag away. Those are the times when giving up seems like the only option. Welcome back to our channel, where we believe in inspiring you to become the best version of yourself. Today, we're diving into an incredible motivational story that will show you why winners never quit. We guarantee that after hearing this story, you'll feel inspired to keep going no matter what obstacles come your way. So, let's dive in. There once was a young man who loved basketball. His name was Kyle. He dreamed of playing in the NBA one day. Kyle was so passionate about the sport that he practiced day and night. He would shoot hundreds of baskets until his hands were raw and bleeding. But as much as he loved basketball, he had a huge problem. He couldn't stay focused for more than a few minutes at a time. His mind would always wander to other things. He would start thinking about the fights he had with his girlfriend, or the arguments he had with his friends or the bullies at school. Before he knew it, he would miss shot after shot and foul after foul. As Kyle grew older, he became more and more frustrated with himself because every time he played basketball, he felt like he was letting himself down. One day, Kyle's father found out about his son's struggles. He was very disappointed in him because he knew that Kyle had the talent to be great. But without focus, all of Kyle's hard work would be for nothing. So, Kyle's dad took him aside and said, "Listen, I know you have what it takes to be a great basketball player, but you can't get distracted by everything around you. You must learn to shut everything out and focus on the task at hand." Kyle thanked his father for the advice and promised to try harder. But when Kyle went back to the court, he found that it was even harder to focus than before. All the noises and distractions seemed louder and more tempting than ever. Just when he was about to give up, he remembered his father's words. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and tried to focus on the ball. To his surprise, it worked. He was able to make shot after shot and play better than he ever had before. After practice, Kyle went to see his father and told him about what he had learned. His father was very proud of him and said, "That's the spirit. Remember, focus is the key to success in anything you do in life. Without it, you'll never be able to reach your full potential." Kyle nodded his head, understanding what his father meant. He knew that if he could stay focused and shut out the distractions, he could achieve anything he wanted in life. From that day on, Kyle made sure to stay focused no matter what. He started studying harder in school and soon became one of the top students in his class. He also became a star basketball player and led his team to the championship. In the end, Kyle achieved everything he had ever dreamed of, and it all came down to one simple focus. Years later, long after Kyle had retired from basketball, he still carried with him the lessons he had learned from his father. He used focus to achieve success in business and in life. He often spoke at schools and other events about the importance of focus and discipline. One day, Kyle was speaking at a school assembly when he heard a voice from the crowd. "Who cares about focus? It's all a waste of time anyway." Kyle stopped his speech and looked in the direction of the voice. He saw a young man sitting in the audience with a bored expression on his face. "What did you say?" Kyle asked. The young man stood up and said loudly, "I said it's all a waste of time. What's the point of focusing on something when you're just gonna give up anyway?" The entire assembly hall fell silent. Everyone was staring at the young man, waiting for Kyle to respond. Kyle took a deep breath and said calmly, "You're right. If you're going to give up, then it doesn't matter if you focus or not. But there are two problems with your statement." The young man frowned and asked, "What are they?" Kyle said, "First, you said you're gonna give up, implying that you are in control of your actions. But the truth is, you're not. Your actions are controlled by your habits. If your habit is to give up, then you will never achieve anything in life. Second, you said it doesn't matter if you focus or not. But that's not true either, because focusing is a habit too. And if your habit is to focus, then no matter what distractions come your way, you will be able to achieve your goals. The young man looked down in shame. He realized that Kyle was right. He was a quitter, and if he wanted to change his life, he needed to change his habits. Kyle continued, "Let me tell you a story about a man who was trying to quit smoking. He had tried everything, but he just couldn't stop. One day, he went to see a doctor, and the doctor gave him a prescription for a medicine that would help him quit. The man took the medicine for a week, but it didn't seem to be working. He was still craving cigarettes. So he went back to the doctor and complained. The doctor listened and then said, "You know, quitting smoking is a habit, and like all habits, it takes time to break. You can't expect to take a pill for a week and suddenly become a non-smoker. You have to be willing to go through some discomfort in order to change your habits." The man thought about what the doctor had said and realized that he wasn't doing enough. He had taken the medicine, but he hadn't made any effort to change his lifestyle. So he started going for walks, talking to friends, and doing other activities that didn't involve smoking. After a few weeks, he was able to quit smoking. The young man nodded his head. He understood that changing his habits was the only way to change his life. Kyle ended his story and said, "That's why winners never quit. They understand that success is a habit, and they're really willing to do whatever it takes to develop the right habits." Now, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of habits do you need to develop in order to become that person? Once you figure that out, then go after it with everything you've got. The young man stood up and said, "Thank you, Mr. Kyle. I won't let you down." Everyone in the assembly hall applauded as the young man walked onto the stage to shake Kyle's hand. From that day on, the young man became one of the top students at the school. He developed new habits that helped him succeed in academics and in life. And it all started with one simple: winners never quit. Think about the people you admire most in your life. I'm sure you'll find that they're not the most talented or smartest people, but rather the ones who have developed the right habits and are willing to put in the work to achieve their goals. Developing the right habits is key to becoming successful, but it's important to remember that it takes time to break old habits and form new ones. Don't expect to change your life overnight, but be patient and persistent, and you'll eventually reach your goals. And remember, winners never quit. No matter how many times you fall, as long as you get back up and keep moving forward, you're bound to succeed. So don't ever give up on your dreams, no matter how difficult they may seem. With hard work, dedication, and the right habits, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Do you know someone who has developed the right habits and achieved success in their life? Share their story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching, and remember, winners never quit.